Hello, Gemini. How you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 14th through to the 20th of um, April. Yeah, we're there. April, getting closer to your birthday season. We did on the messages from energy was talking about this being like, could this be the first day of your new life? And it's all about the rhythms of energy and how the rhythms are changing at the moment, and there were some great messages that came out of that. We will be going into obviously the elements that we talked about on that messages from energy later on in this reading, and obviously on the Sunday night we do the Q&A section, Q&A live, where we can ask questions, everybody can give their experiences about life and so forth. And yeah, it's usually a very good way of understanding and learning for everybody concerned. It certainly is a good meeting, as it were. Let's just see. So that's on the UK time at 9 o'clock. Let's just see what's going on with your flower, shall we? Here's the general energy here. I think it's going to be a lot easier on your financial side than on your relationship side. On your financial side, there seems to be a driving force that's within you, that's giving you the direction that you're looking for. On your relationship side, the harmony that you seek, um, you can't be too picky. Okay. King of Cups. Yeah, I think there's a beautiful emotional drive within your financial side, but on your relationship side as well, it's also being in that position of kind of, you know, everybody has their sort of their bad side, or as it were, their weaknesses, and I think you're stopping yourself from actually finding harmony because the perfection doesn't exist, and I think you need to realize that in relationship sides, that even forgiving oneself, as much as accepting and taking someone for who they are completely, is you're very good at that, but sometimes you forget yourself in it, and then you kind of feel a little bit cheated later on. So I think you need to remember that, okay, that the perfection doesn't really exist. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. There's a bit of holding back on your behalf. The future here is really nice. It's very vibrant. There's something obviously that's happening in your future that you, I feel you're holding back on. Now you get the Emperor card. Look at that, Emperor, and the King of Cups as well. Very, very powerful energy. Yeah, maybe you got reason to hold back and sit in that power, but it just feels like you're curtailing a lot of your joy and happiness in life because of perfection. So I'd just be a bit wary of that then. Okay, let's see what it's got in the synchronicities and the connection with the outside world. Um, you get the Six of Cups. It's enjoying life. And this is all about that sort of thing about, we've learned a lot on a journey, each and every single one of us on our journey of life. We've all learned lots of things. And it's accepting your learning, it's accepting the learning of the others, may not necessarily be exactly the same. And being able to sort of allow that to happen without nullifying yourself. That is really important. I know it's a very, very delicate balance to find, but because you've got those two sides to you, Gemini, I think you've got that capacity to find it. Just see what's going on in the past. Past was a lot of woes and worries. Yeah, you had the Two of Swords, a lot of decision making. I think you're realizing now that don't make a mountain out of a molehill. That's the lesson you're bringing to your future. Let's see what is going in your future. This is someone who's got your back. A manifestation, magician. It's maybe this is either you or you are creating something. But I got a funny feeling more than anything else that someone around you is helping you to create what you so wish to live in life. Your ultimate dream of a relationship, ultimate dream of a spiritual, energetic, or emotional path. That's what it seems to be. How can you engage in this week here? Open the doors and accept. Stick to the plan, which you're very good at as well, sticking to that plan. Um, and it may need a bit of travel and stuff like that. And that may be travel within you, as in sort of shifting slightly the boundaries in order to let someone into your life. It will help you enormously to manifest when you make this slight adjustment to the plan. Here, I think you're going to open a lot of doors in your future with that magician card. And maybe here is a position where you're missing an element to the manifestation sort of spell, as it were. And I think that sort of missing element is that sort of flexibility that you should be able to find within you. Certainly, as you're a mutable sign, you can find that within others, but you've got to find it also within you. Okay? The wind seems to have picked up, which is quite nice and quite fresh. Thank you very much. That'll do. No more wind, please. So yeah, there you go, Gemini. On the relationship side, that seems to be like that. Let's see what's going on the financial side. Yeah, there is this sort of like there is this driving force that comes from this King of Cups here that's within you. On your karmic path here, you get the Eight of Swords. A lot of people have been getting the Eight of Swords, and I think, you know, most people it's a case of letting things come to you this week. But in your case, I think it's the opposite. I think you need to go after it. You need to go after this thing that makes you emotionally fulfilled about the projects and the directions that you're taking in life. No, excuse me a second. Oh, Cody. Bonjour. So I think you really do need to go after it more than anything else. I wouldn't hold back if I was you. Let's just see what's going on the synchronicities that are around you. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot between you pushing, but also meeting someone who's bringing something to you. So it's rather than you going after everything, it's more of a coming together because you're going out looking for it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Things once you get out there and get involved and start following what makes you kind of go, yes, this is what I want. I think this is where energy itself is going to help you enormously. From your past, there is a light. It's like an idea. I think this idea that feels close to your heart. Hang on a second. Yeah. So once you start getting, once you start getting out there, I think this is where energy is going to really sort of help you out enormously. In your past, you've got this light bulb, sort of this idea. Yeah, look at that. You get the Queen, you get the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, this is where you've got to put your heart and soul into it as well. So I think this is funny. I think this is the same for all air signs, bizarrely enough. But here is there's an idea that really you have close to your heart that's coming to the fore at the moment. This is what you're bringing to the future. Let's just see what's going on in your future. This is engagement with someone else. So it's maybe a partnership, maybe accepting a job or a pay rise or a promotion. It's also working with others in concerns with projects and so forth. Yeah, look at that. You get the King of Pentacles as well. A lot of knowledge and understanding that brings forth a great deal of power within you, without shadow of doubt. And how should you engage in this week here? I think it's a feeling comfortable with working with another person or working with other businesses, tailor making your approach to your material life so you can gain the most out of the pathway that you're on. But also, it does help others to gain, because when they gain, they will then help you gain. And it's like this win win scenario. Yeah, healing, putting your heart into it. And maybe that's from the past. This is what's going to bring you that healing. And that's what's going to give you the healing of feeling maybe stuck in the pathway that you're going, that you weren't getting the best out of life. And the Four of Swords have turned up in a lot of people's readings as well. Okay, so let's just go on and see what's going on with the elements for you in this week. We're looking at a combination as we went into the messages from energy. We're looking at the combination between air and water, but also with backed up with earth energy as well. So in your sign, you have actually more fire than you do air, and you have no air within the central part of your flower. Your air is always at the top, at the surface, engaged in life, mentally engaged in life, and that's putting the plan into action, as it were, which you get with the Two of Wands. But you do have this water that goes through you, which is the driving force of Cancer, um, which is that cardinal water that comes through there. You do have the mutable water as well that comes through on the Wheel of Fortune, between the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords. And that's where that mutable stuff is all about, and going out there and getting it. So I think we're going to pull some cards on that sort of side there and see what's playing into that sort of area there between the Magician and the Two of Wands. Seeing how you put the plan into action will put you in a position where you can start manifesting the happy life that you so deserve, as I think. Okay, and but you do need to be strong about this. You do need to you need to be clear with yourself when you're dealing with people, and just realizing that perfection doesn't exist. Trying not to be too harsh, but you do have two twos on there. There is a case of you are making choices this week a lot. Okay, so let's just see what's going on the financial side. Let me see what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you get the Chariot card there. I think once you put your heart and soul into it, I think that's all of a sudden you get a lot of returns for you. And the energy is trying to make it go quickly, because that will allow that sort of power to come to the surface, that knowledge and understanding. An absolute brilliant position, really. Okay. So, yeah, it's this idea of the past. The moment you start going towards it and implementing it in your life, it's going to make your life so much better. The Emperor card, now that's twice you got the Emperor. You're really bossing it up. You've just got to let go and allow yourself to live it. You know, free yourself from the Eight of Swords scenario, and you get the King of Wands. That is incredibly powerful. As I said, I think there's a lot coming through here. It's following your heart's desire in regards to your emotions and so forth. Let's just see how that water sort of plays out as it goes through between the King of Cups and the rest of it. You have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're most certainly learning a lot. You're creating, or the energy's helping you. So if you get involved in the pathway which really sits right with you, energy will help you enormously. It will help you create luck for you. It's also going to be help you to be really passionate about it. Maybe the person that you're connecting with at the moment is going to bring passions to the table, which make you much more positive about the future that you're going towards. And you get the King of Pentacles again, and it's taking you towards that King of Pentacles. Energy really wants the best for you at the moment. Okay, let's just see what's going on the relationship side of things. So let's see what's happening between the Two of Wands and the Magician cards. You get the Moon, pleasantly surprised. the underside of belly of life. That's that imperfections that I was talking about, and just being a little bit more sort of gentle with it, or just and obviously if they don't sit right for you, obviously use this by sort of saying, no, I don't want this. I'm not having this in my life, and that's going to help you to decide and stick to a plan. But at the same time, I would allow yourself to be a little bit more sort of curious. Page of Cups. Yeah, I think you need to realize that what seemed impossible in the past is now becoming possible. It's also because you're positioning yourself incredibly. And you have the tower moment. Now, a lot of people have been getting tower moments within the earth and fire signs yesterday. And as I said, you have more fire in you than you do earth. And I think this is all to do with a belief system. And I think you're gradually refining your belief systems of what love means to you and what you can experience in the way of love, as it were, within the world around you. Okay, so yeah, there you go, Gemini. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget about the messages from energy, which is on our channel, and the Q&A live, which we do on the Sunday night. It'd be lovely to see you there to share your experiences. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.